There's a moment in a hug that never appears in photographs. A moment you never mention to your friends. It's quiet, so quiet you almost overlook it until it moves through you completely. It's when she exhales into your neck. Not just a release of air, but something denser. Something filled with weight. With surrender. With memory. With longing. Or maybe guilt. And you sense it before you even know it happened. That soft, involuntary sigh against your skin, like her body forgot how to pretend. Because the breath she lets out against your neck is the one thing she can't rehearse. It isn't social. It isn't charming. It isn't calculated. It's primal. Instinctive. Unfiltered. It's the raw part of her that slips past the mask and speaks directly to your nervous system. And in that single breath, you can feel the entire story shift. The pressure in the air changes. The space around you thickens. And suddenly, you're not just a man holding a woman anymore. You're a reflection. A trigger. A test. She may not even realize she did it, but your body does. Your nervous system does. Your masculine core doesn't tense from fear, but from recognition. Because that wasn't simply a breath. It was a transmission. She may tell you she's fine. That nothing's wrong. That she's glad to see you. But her body whispers a different truth. That breath carries the tension she hides behind her smile, the grief tucked behind her eyes, the ache in her spine from holding too much unspoken weight. And when she lets it out into the hollow of your neck, it's because that's the one place she believes you won't notice. It isn't meant for your thoughts. It's meant for your blood. For your instincts. It's her soul quietly testing yours. Breath carries truth. And here's what most men overlook: that moment is a crossroads, because you'll be tempted to respond like the good man you were trained to be, to tighten the hug, to soothe, to say something gentle. But what her body is truly asking for, what that breath is silently begging for, isn't comfort. It's containment. Not sympathy, but certainty. Can you hold her current without flinching? Can you absorb her storm without trying to fix it? Can you feel the chaos traveling from her spine into your collarbone and still remain grounded? Most men can't. They pull away. They joke. They pat her back like she's a coworker. Or worse, they get aroused, mistaking the moment for invitation. But the man who understands what that breath really is, he doesn't move. He lets the air linger between her lips and his skin like a confession whispered in a church without a priest. He lets the silence stretch, and in that silence, he listens. Not with his ears, but with his presence. Because what she truly wants to know in that moment is frighteningly simple: if I unravel, do you stay? That's what the breath means. It's the first crack in her armor. The warm vapor of vulnerability her mouth would never dare to speak. And if you can't read that signal, if you can't tell the difference between a sigh of safety and a sigh of sadness, she will never trust you with her full truth. Because she'll sense that you're only safe for the easy parts. You have to understand, the female nervous system is layered like smoke. It moves through memory, emotion, instinct, trauma, and attraction like wind through a cathedral. You can't see it, you can only feel its shift. And when she wraps her arms around you and breathes into your neck, she's folding herself into your field. She's letting herself step inside your atmosphere. That isn't affection. That's risk. That's exposure. That's her offering you access to the part of her that's tired of pretending she's fine. And this is where your depth gets tested. Because you'll want to make it romantic. You'll want to make it about you. But it's not. It's about whether you can be an emotional stronghold without needing recognition for it. Whether you can be the man who reads what's beneath the surface and doesn't run. The man who doesn't flinch when intimacy gets messy. The man who can feel the difference between I missed you and I'm not okay. She doesn't even know why she breathed like that. But your soul does. But her body does. Her nervous system does. It's the same breath she took after her last fight with her mother. The same one she swallowed when her last boyfriend left her sobbing on the bathroom floor. The same one she buried when she had to smile through something that quietly shattered her. And now, for some reason, standing there in your arms, that breath finally escaped. That's not romance. That's resurrection. And it's not yours to celebrate, it's yours to witness. So don't move. Don't speak. Don't make it about you. Just feel. Become unshakable. Become empty like a mountain. Let her nervous system calibrate itself against your stillness. Let her chaos meet your containment. Because only then will she feel it, the relief of not being alone inside her own storm. And if you're the first man who ever made her feel that, she'll never forget you. Not because you were charming, but because you didn't flinch when her soul showed up uninvited. This is how women decide. Not with words. Not with logic. But in the moments you never realized you were being tested. In the softness of your breath. The weight of your silence. The way your hands rest, not to take, not to grope, but to ground. The way you don't chase her sadness away, but make space for it. These are the things her body remembers when she wonders who feels like home. You think she wants a man who understands her. But no, what she truly wants, what she aches for, is a man whose presence dissolves her need to explain herself. The man who knows that when she breathes into his neck, it's not a sign of love, it's a sign of collapse. Her shoulders are saying, I can't hold it all anymore. Her lungs are saying, this is where I hide what I never let anyone see. Her breath is a secret. And your stillness is the vault. But here's the paradox, she won't thank you for it. She won't say it out loud. She might even pull away faster than she wants to. Because what scares her most isn't your rejection. It's how safe she just felt, because safety, to a woman who's had to survive without it, can feel more threatening than chaos. So when she steps back and gives you that look, that quick flicker of eyes like she just remembered where she is, it's not because you did something wrong. It's because, for 1 second, she forgot to be guarded. And here's where your strength becomes surgical. Because now she's watching. Closely. Not for signs of weakness, but for signs of neediness. If you try to chase the moment, cling to it, ask her what it meant, you've already lost her. Because the moment a man demands meaning from something that was meant to be felt, not dissected, he becomes fragile in her eyes. What she needs to see is that your stillness wasn't a performance. That your presence isn't a strategy. That you don't need her to validate your worth, because you're rooted in it. That's the difference between a man who collects moments and a man who contains them. One is addicted to how a woman makes him feel. The other is grounded in how he makes her feel without needing anything in return. And that kind of man is rare. That kind of man is a sanctuary. Conclusion. So the next time she hugs you, and you feel that breath in your neck, don't analyze it. Don't dramatize it. Don't even think. Just receive it. Let it move through you like a ripple through deep water. Let it mark you. Let it whisper the truth her mouth is too scared to speak. And then, when she finally pulls away, when she looks at you without knowing why her eyes just softened, say nothing. Just look back with the quiet knowing of a man who felt everything, and didn't need to be told a thing. Because the truth is, that breath wasn't hers. Not really. It was the breath of every woman before her who needed to be held, and wasn't. It was ancestral. Cellular. A coded message sent through her nervous system into yours. And if you're the man who can translate it, not with words, but with weight, then you've already won something far deeper than affection. You've become unforgettable. Not because of what you said, but because of what you could hold. And if you felt something shift in you just now, you're not alone. This channel was built for men who move differently. Men who sense deeper. Who lead from presence, not performance. So if you're ready to uncover what most will never see, stay close. Subscribe. And don't just consume. Remember who you are.